afternoon, welcome to the industry. My name is Courtney Blackman and I'm the Managing Director. We're delighted to welcome Caroline Burstein today as our guest interviewee. She's the Creative Director of Browns and she's going to be interviewed by Dolly Jones, who's one of our advisors, and she's from Condé Nast. Enjoy.
There is such a CV from Molten Brown to Browns Focus to Browns Bride, and now, of course, the main Browns. I wondered whether this had been a kind of organic journey for you, or whether you had always been focused on the direction that has brought you to where you are now.
As long as my fabulous mother is still happily pounding in the earth, I am never going to be there. I'll always be there. And I think that's what's actually pushed me to move into different directions and to look in different areas, open different things. And my journey within Browns has been, always very exciting. I was able to create Browns Focus, from its inception.
Was it your idea, or was it something that your parents had sort of suggested?
No, not at all. It was my idea that I fought very hard for, actually. And these ideas were coming from all over the place. And in fashion, you have to keep, and in everything in life, we just have to keep on and moving forward. And I felt it very instinctively.
Mrs. B obviously is famous throughout the fashion world and so affectionately known. In terms of buying, in terms of the industry, what advice has she particularly given you?
Well, I think her biggest piece of advice she's always given me is, and anyone who's worked for her, is when you're facing something to buy or not to buy, it's when in doubt, leave it out. Quote unquote. I think that the human spirit of being creative will always be there. And I've always believed in starting small and growing in a way you can understand and not let it run away with you. There's one ingredient that we all have to have whatever we're doing, and I think that's passion. There has to be passion, and I think that's what is probably one of the big strengths of our family of the business, is we are all absolutely passionate.
Hi Caroline, I just wanted to ask you what your thoughts are on the pace of the fashion industry today and whether you think it's sustainable.
Well, I don't want to sound old-fashioned, but I find the pace horrendous. I think I'm not sure it's sustainable, this fast pace. It's being driven by money, and I think when things are driven just by money and making money, there's an imbalance. So I feel it is too fast, and I don't think we ever can go backwards.
In the way that artisanal craftsmanship has kind of almost come full swing in some ways and become very important again, do you think that slower fashion can become important again? So yes, we're following a crazy 4 to 6 seasons a year schedule at the moment. Do you think that at some point that can become really desired again in the way that fast fashion is currently taking over?
I think it absolutely has to, and I think it is. There's about to be craft exhibitions going on now, and some of it you look at and I go, oh, this is really sad, all that effort just to make that. There's that area. But there is also the other, which is magical. And I do think, like as Adina Laya, I think if you've got something special, you have the right to stand your ground and actually say, this I'm doing it my way in my time, and people will find that.